Only true dogs fucking me and Big Nate. Wow. Shoot him in the greens, toss his body in that big lake.
And I wish Lennox and Anthony Joshua could have created a good friendship, but they clash at each other too much. I think that Lennox can help him too. I think Lennox's experience in the game can help Anthony Joshua out a lot, but I wouldn't take on the job. I know I can do it. Trust me. I know I will make him the best fighter in the world. Trust me. And if I don't, then fire me. I will make it happen though. I'll make Anthony Joshua the best fighter in the world. I like him a lot.
Yep. Now, the way I see it, Wilder and Joshua should have fought a long time ago. And when I start looking at all the future fights that they got coming up right now, they have Romero again, and they gave him a belt. See, now this is the problem that we have with boxing right now. He fought a 40-year-old man that they put in there to try to be a tune-up after he lost the tank. And he got tuned up again by this guy. Now they putting him in there with the Pitbull, the guy they really want to promote. And they gave Rolly a belt. I'm like, how does he have a belt? And now this guy going up to 140 to fight Rolly because Rolly finna get worked out again because he can't fight backing up. And this guy gonna make you have to fight him backing up. Rolly is strong, but he's only good going forward. This guy loves to go forward.
All day long.
He don't even jab. This is right. The Pitbull, that's his problem. He don't jab. But he is very good at knowing how, because he's short and he got short arm, he's very good at setting traps to get you to fall in. And he can throw his power punches. He's really good at that. So he's good at setting those type of traps. But Rolly is strong. And we're going to see what happens at that. I think that Will of the Pitbull going to break him down. It's the confidence level, the seriousness of it. Mm-hmm. You know, this guy's a fighter. He's a real fighter. He dedicated to it. And, you know, Rolly's just playing with it.
Rolly's an entertainer.
Right.
You know, a slash fighter. But Pitbull is a fighter first.
Yep.
But dude I think he's more of an entertainer. I don't see him beating him. His ruggedness and his toughness is going to play a big role because I think condition plays a major part in big fights like this. And one thing for sure, Pitbull is going to be in shape. And Rolly may not be in the best shape he needs to be. So they can play a major part. I think for Pitbull, it will because he's going to be in shape.
Yeah.
You guarantee that. He will be in shape.
Now, you have Keith Thurman versus Tszyu for the title. Keith Thurman has been inactive. He's coming back, making his run. He's an 8-1 underdog in this fight. And being an 8-1, that shocked everybody to see the opening so large for Tszyu, who's gotten a lot of publicity. And Charlo ran from him, didn't think it was worth it to fight him. And a lot of people are saying this is going to be the new guy of the division, but everybody who's the champions didn't want to come take the fight. And now here's Keith Thurman saying this is his comeback fight. This is what he needs to get the belt. And do you think Keith Thurman can come back and turn it around to being an 8-1 underdog?
Well, I don't think Keith Thurman, I don't think his mind, I don't think he's focused like he should be, getting too big. You know what I'm saying? I think that's gonna. Your window is only open for a certain amount of time. And I think that if you don't take advantage of the opportunity, he letting time slip away about getting too heavy and getting out of shape and in shape, then out of shape and in shape. His body gonna catch up with him. And I think that's gonna be a major part in this fight. I think Tszyu is hungry, young, dedicated, got his eyes on the wheel, his eye and his will on winning and dominating this fight. And I think he will beat him. I think it's gonna be a good fight. I think your man has a greater chance of catching with a crisp, clean punch and knocking him out, but I don't see him beating Tszyu. I think Tszyu wins a close fight with a clear decision.
Okay. I think I think in this fight, Keith gonna early on, Keith gonna have some success. I think he's gonna get caught. I think the body shot is gonna surprise him. Keith Thurman is somebody that don't take it to the body too well, and when you don't, you're known for not being able to take body shots. Even though Keith Thurman has power, he doesn't. He does a lot of mistakes. A lot of these young fighters make, and I've seen it a lot more. They don't tuck their chin down. Yeah. Their chin is all in the air. That's how he got clipped by Pacquiao. Went down. You got to protect your chin. That's a step in the game.
Your chin and you touch your
right. It's you button the chin down.
Stay to your neck when you run. Especially when you sit down training with someone. You can't train with your chin there.
Yeah.
A lot of kids do that. And they don't understand the game. You know what I'm saying? They're not being taught by teachers.
Yep.
Show them, man, your chin, you got to have that chin to your neck. If it ain't to your neck, man, you take a chance to get him with a crisp, clean shot and then it really hurt you.
Right. See, Keith Thurman would have been exposed a long time ago. Keith won fight Thurman. The only reason why he didn't get exposed, that's why PBC did what they do. And that's why we call them the pacified baby champions. That's what the PBC was for, because most of these people was being fed, baby food. They putting them in there with these small guys, and they 10 times their size. Keith Thurman was bigger than all the people he was fighting. They were ballooning up in weight to fight him. And the Riverside Rocky almost beat him. And I was like, and this is the tune-up. And he was getting tuned up in there because they were fooling you. They did the same thing with Errol Spence. I was like, they built him up on a diet of fighting 130, 135 guys. I'm like, Mikey Garcia, he couldn't even stop Mikey Garcia. That's what told me everything I needed to know about Errol right then and there. That was the fight. And now they was like, he dominated. I was like, y'all didn't see what I saw. I said, this is a fight. He was supposed to stop that guy. And I was like, he didn't know how. Mm-hmm. And I say, that's when it told me right then and there, he didn't know how or what to do. Mm-hmm. Then they put him in there with an injured Chris Algieri. I was like, the reason I know, because Chris Algieri is a nutritionist. He's a fitness guy. And he was here and he got a knockout on Chris Algieri, and everybody was going big on him. Algieri was at the fitness, Chicago Fit Expo that we have here. So I saw him up there. I was like, hey, Chris, we talked. And he was like, man, and he did an interview. He told me, he's like, man, sometimes we got to do things, man. That money was too big to turn down. Mm-hmm. And he's like, I was injured. And he's like, I already had a knee injury going into this thing. So he's like, it's some things for your career you just shouldn't do for the money and just take it. But he's like, the money was too great. I just said, why not take that money? Instead of me just sitting up rehab, I could do that fight and then go back and rehab. Mm-hmm. But he said, now it hurts me because now everybody think, oh man, he's trash now because he just got knocked out. He's like, man, I couldn't move. And he's like, they knew that at PBC because they was like, oh, go ahead. But he's like, man, but if you could take this fight though with Errol Spence, that would be great for us, because they just wanted to have that knockout and stuff on that record to make it look good, and it worked. It fooled a lot of people, but it didn't fool me. Then I was like, I've interviewed him and I put it up there so people can see it. So I was like, when you interview and you find out that people go into fights with injuries, and they was like, look, man, I need that bag. That money gonna come in real handy.
Only true dogs fuck me and Big Nate. Shoot him in the greens, toss his body in that big lake.